today on 2+U Nevada.
For men, if you're watching, or ladies, if you want to tell your honey, we love to help the men when they come in. So whether it's just a gift card because they don't want to complicate their lives, or we can help them shop for you.
Monica Rios from JaDa Loft Boutique is starting to think ahead about the holidays. If you are starting to purchase those December gifts, some ideas for you.
Our entire clinic staff is actually specialized in geriatric care. We have primary care providers that are specialized in geriatrics, internal medicine, and they only see Senior Care Plus members.
A one-stop shop for senior healthcare. The innovative Renown healthcare model in South Reno that you could see popping up all over town.
Last year, we collected 2,000 pounds worth of medication off of the streets, which was fantastic. That means it's not in our water system, it's not in our streets, it's not available to access, and was disposed of correctly.
Plus, getting rid of your unused prescriptions. Why now is a great time to clean out your medicine cabinets and where you can take your medications, all in the hopes your loved ones won't get a hold of them. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. For the past week, maybe week and a half, Zach and Stella have not been getting along. The bickering is incessant. In complaining about it earlier this week, Sophia said, well, what about getting a get-along shirt? What is this that you speak of? See, Sophia was a nanny in her past life before joining 2+U Nevada. She knows kids, and she's got great ideas. A quick perusal on Pinterest showed me this isn't a new idea, just a great one. So for those of you who haven't heard of it, you take an old t-shirt and put both of your bickering children in the same shirt. They cannot get out of the shirt until they've decided to get along. Lucky for me, Dave has a bunch of old t-shirts lying around, and this morning I made this in preparation for the weekend. Hope this helps even one of you at home if you need to make a get-along shirt. We have a fantastic show for you today. Up next, we sit down with guide dogs for the blind in training. How you can help these pups who will one day be helping someone who's visually impaired. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and we have some fun guests in this studio this afternoon. They're very well behaved. That means Robert and Denise are very well behaved. Thank you for being here this afternoon.
My pleasure, absolutely.
Thank you.
So we are here to talk about what I think is super cool. We've got the Nevada Day Classic race through Carson City that actually benefits guide dogs for the blind. And we've got our local dogs here. They're going to be the grand marshals, I understand.
That's correct, yes.
So Robert, talk about the race itself. This is one of a series of races that your organization puts on.
That's correct. Yes, we are a local nonprofit run club. We're founded in 1995, and we like to get as many members of the community together as possible. And in this particular event, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Tahoe Mountain Milers, we partner and just put on an excellent event for the community.
What's so cool, Denise, is he was telling us before we started this interview that you are getting a significant amount of money from those who register for this race.
Yes, we are.
You're getting 90% of the registration funds. And that's really important. I bring that up because the Guide Dogs for the Blind is a 501c3. These are volunteers. Denise is a volunteer puppy raiser for Guide Dogs of the Blind, for the Blind, excuse me. Explain to me the process of being a puppy raiser for Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Oh, the process is you have to have lots of love in your heart, and you have to be willing to give them away once they're done and ready to go to a person. But we receive the puppies when they're 8 to 10 weeks of age. They have no idea what their role is in life at that time. Their jacket goes on at that time. They learn socialization, obedience, and house manners. And we're having some fun time over here. And they're with us from anywhere from 14 to 18 months of age, their age. And then they go back to guide dogs to start their formal guide dog training.
And then from there, because the guide dogs, that's in California, you said?
There is 2 campuses, one in San Rafael, California, and one in Boring, Oregon.
And then the person that they get paired with will eventually go to one of those facilities and then get paired with this dog. I guess I never realized what a process it was, but these dogs have to be highly intelligent and highly trained.
They get their training, but they're not highly, because they get most of their training at guide dogs when they go back for formal training. We just give them the basics, the ground level stuff.
Mm-hmm. But you have to be trained yourself in order to know what standards are being set for these animals before they can even go back to San Rafael, right?
Right, and that is when we start as a new puppy raiser, you get your puppy, and then you go every week to puppy class, and you learn the techniques and the protocol in regards to what you need to do and when you need to do it.
It's got to be so cool, Robert, to know that something that you consider is fun, running,
Yes.
is going to be going towards somebody getting a guide dog.
Without question, running brings the community together, and if there's an event that we can partake in and support that does help out those in need, it's a no-brainer.
So this race is happening on the day that we're celebrating Nevada Day. Go through the start, the field of the run, and then where you end up.
Yeah, so it's our 36th annual running of it, and there's a 2-mile and 8K run. It's super family friendly. We encourage all kinds of, and the best costumes possible. We have folks that are fast enough to maybe qualify for the Olympic trials.
What?
But at the same time, there's folks that have been doing this race every single running of it, and they walk the entire course. So it actually takes place right behind the state capitol, and just does an awesome loop kind of in the neighborhoods and through the community, and ends up right back at the start line. And there's medals for everyone, and it's a family-friendly event. So sometimes we'll have entire families, multiple generations going through this.
I absolutely love that. And again, it's happening on November 1st, which is also the day of the Nevada State Parade. So if you're going to Carson City anyway, then do this run, or as you even said, you can walk it for a good cause. This is fantastic. Where can people go to register?
Of course. So head to TahoeMountainMilers.org, and there's a green button on there that you can sign up for the event, and we'll see you on Nevada Day.
Love it. And Denise, if people want to learn more about the Guide Dogs for the Blind, or even potentially donate to this 501c3, where do people go?
Guidedogs.com.
Okay.
Guidedogs.com.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
A pleasure.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. Watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Monica Rios, JaDa Loft Boutique. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
You let me borrow. I love it when you come, because you let me borrow new things, but then my husband will hate it, because then I want to buy it.
Well, of course, right? You that yummy material.
This is so soft. Oh my gosh. And I love sweater season, because I love feeling like I'm wrapped in a blanket, but actually looking like I'm wearing something that's stylish.
Yes, absolutely. And that color's great on you.
Oh, thank you so much. So let's talk holidays. We have November just around the corner, and everybody, it seems, this year is shopping early. I just bought, a bunch of Christmas gifts for the family, and now people are starting to purchase early and not save it for the last minute. You have such a great holiday season going for you.
We do. We have a great mix of things for people that whether you're buying in advance or whether you're last minute, we have you covered. We have We offer free gift wrapping, and we have a lot of home goods and candles and bath bombs and wine glasses and a variety of things.
And what I love about that, so let's talk about that really quick, because I love it when I go into your South Virginia store. If you're looking for a last minute hostess gift, oh my gosh, you guys have the cutest wine glasses that say Real Housewives of, and you've got what, Verdi, Somerset, Reno.
Truckee, yeah, a plethora of, yes.
I love that. And so it is really a great place to go, not only for if you're wanting to wear some high fashion stuff, but if you're wanting some really unique hostess gifts.
Yes, absolutely. It's we are, one-stop shop. So you come in, you grab what you want, and it's not from Amazon. You will not find any of our stuff on Amazon. You won't find any of our stuff, just anywhere. So it's a unique gift. It's a thoughtful gift instead of just picking up a gift card, or if you do buy a bottle of wine, we even have cute little wine covers, the little covers for the wine bottle.
Yeah,
they have fun little sayings on them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Also, you are a great place for holiday gift certificates. If folks are thinking, like my husband, he doesn't know what size I wear, and it fluctuates all the time anyway. So he can come in and he can get a gift card or a gift certificate for folks like me to then have fun and shop later.
Absolutely. And we love, and we're very helpful, just so you know. So men, if you're watching, or ladies, if you want to tell your honey, we love to help the men when they come in. So whether it's just a gift card because they don't want to complicate their lives, or we can help them shop for you. So they give us a picture of you. We're very good now at this point of, what size is she? I have no idea. That's okay. And we can still help shop for you.
Yes, you are. And talk about some of the other items. So we talked about hostess gifts, but you also, aside from day wear, you have other fashion.
We do, especially as we get into the holiday season. So we will bring in, we have pajama sets. We have lounge wear that is intended to be worn out, but it's very comfortable. So like Sarah mentioned, her sweater's clearly, it's just a regular sweater, but it really does feel. So we're at JaDa Loft, we're very big on fabrics, and I go to market twice a year to hand select everything that's brought into the stores. So you can see that when you come in. So we do have a lot of great gifts that you don't need to necessarily know what the person wears, but they're just nice gift giving options that are kind of great for any woman of any age.
And I'm going to throw this out there, not to gotcha moment or anything, but this is kind of in that orange tone, that orange spectrum. Is orange the it color right now? Maybe because of some big singer out there, but it seems like right now orange is everywhere.
Yes. So I would say definitely for fall, we're seeing a lot of burgundies. We're seeing a lot of deep purples, mustard, orange. Olive is always very much for a fall staple. But yes, you're spot on. You're going to see a lot more of this.
And I love your olive pants. You were saying olive is a fall staple. What I love about olive is it seems to go with everybody.
It's a great neutral.
Everyone's, complexion.
Yes, it really does. So it's a great neutral, and you're able to pair a lot of, and people don't believe, but black goes great with olive. Obviously, nudes and taupes and browns, and there's so much you can do with it. And actually pairing these two, I don't know, you can see they're on the screen, but this goes really great as well.
Oh, that does look beautiful with that. Yes. All right, Monica, we really want you to remember JaDa Loft as you're looking into the holiday season, as you're getting prepared to purchase holiday gifts. And we can't forget Small Business Saturday later in November. So Monica Rios, tell everyone both of your store locations.
So we have 2 store locations in Reno, Northwest Reno on Robb Drive, and right on the corner, Starbucks, Mavericks, and our South Virginia locations on South Virginia and Neal Road. And we're here to serve all of you in Reno and surrounding areas. We look forward to seeing you in.
Monica Rios, JaDa Loft Boutique, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Kimberly Sarandos with us today, the Executive Director of JTNN, Join Together Northern Nevada. Kimberly, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So quickly, tell us what JTNN does and who you are in our community.
Absolutely. So Join Together Northern Nevada is the Substance Misuse Prevention Coalition in Northern Nevada. We serve all of Washoe County. We offer a variety of services. We offer community outreach, prevention education. We have a plethora of programming for youth, for adults, and we just offer all kinds of resources for anybody who may need them.
And really, the ethos behind this is to ensure that children aren't getting their hands on drugs. Is that the basis?
Yeah, we really want to equip our youth with the right skill set and the tools in their belt to make the right decision. It's really about education and making sure that they feel fit to make the right decisions, healthy choices, etc. We want them to feel prepared.
Yeah, and one of the discouraging trends that we're seeing is that kids can get their hands on drugs they shouldn't be taking in their own home.
Yeah, we do see that. That does happen. And again, that's really where we come in with that prevention education, because they aren't sure where they will encounter this, right? And so we just want to make sure that wherever they're at, they're able to really reflect and make the right decision.
With the education component and the prevention education, are you going into schools, or is it something that parents can do outreach to JTNN and get the information?
Yeah, so we do both. So we partner really closely with Washoe County School District, and we do offer different curriculums within the classrooms. And so some of those span anywhere from 4 to 10 weeks, kind of going through different lessons and different things that the youth will learn about. And also parents can always reach out. We have a bunch of resources, information. We have different things they can attend, groups and different meetings and such. So yeah, we have a lot.
So it sounds like you're a great resource for parents. What kind of education classes can a parent take?
Yeah, so we are gearing up to host Guiding Good Choices, which is a parenting program. It can be done in the span of a week. And so that's really learning how to interact as a family, and how they can kind of healthfully work together through some of these challenges.
That's fantastic, because it seems like as a parent, talking about drugs or substance abuse is like, what do I say? How do I say it? And so to be able to have an educated resource to turn to is fantastic. Well, one of the key events that you hold twice a year, obviously, is the Drug Takeback Day. And that's so important in our community because we don't want drugs going into our water system, right?
Correct.
If people are disposing of drugs in the trash.
Yes. Yes, so we are really excited to host our second RX Takeback this year. Last year, we collected 2,000 pounds worth of medication off of the streets, which was fantastic. That means it's not in our water system, it's not in our streets, it's not available to access, and was disposed of correctly. So yes, we are hosting it this Saturday from 10 to 2. We have 10 locations, so this time we've actually been able to increase the locations by 1, which is fantastic. And so you can come by anytime between 10 and 2, no questions asked, and drop off your medication. And we will take that and we will make sure that it gets disposed of the correct way.
That's fantastic. And we'll quickly go through those locations. You can see them there on your screen, but it looks like Rayleigh's off Wedge Parkway and Robb Drive, the Reno Elks Lodge off of Cumley Lane, Smith's on Lemon Drive, so the Lemon Valley Smith, and then the Smiths on South Meadows Parkway is a location. So those are the Reno locations. The Sparks locations, Smiths on Bering Boulevard, Baldini's Casino on Rock Boulevard, Bethel AME Church on Rock Boulevard, and then you've got locations in Spanish Springs and Cold Springs as well. The Reno Sparks Indian Colony Smoke Shop on Pyramid Way, and the Cold Springs Community Center on White Lake Parkway. And Kimberly, again, why is it so important that people be turning in their information and or their prescriptions? And do they need to take their name off of their prescription bottle?
Yeah, great question. There's no need to take your name off or take any of the information off. It is so important that we dispose of them the correct way, because we really want to make sure that we're not leaving these things around. We don't want our littles to get into them. We don't want our pets to get into them. We don't want them in our water system, and we definitely don't want them left around in our environment, right, at all, or in our community. So it's really important that we dispose of these the correct way. That's why we're here. And it's a no questions asked. You don't need to do anything but turn it in. and then we will ensure that it gets disposed of properly.
And for more information for families out there, whether you as a parent are looking for some education or just how to talk to your kids about substance abuse, where can people go?
Absolutely. Please go to jtnn.org. We have all of our resources there, our phone number. Please give us a call, and you're more than welcome to stop by our office at any time, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have everything there as well, so if you want a hard copy of something, please come pick it up. And I'm always available to chat, so please stop by.
Kimberly, thank you so much for what you're doing for our community.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and with us this afternoon, Peter Ott, the Executive Director of Bristlecone Family Resources. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
We're really excited to have you here because we are talking about something that's so prevalent, so important, and that's addiction and mental health. And Bristlecone is a 51-bed residential substance use treatment right here in Reno.
Yes, it is. Been here for, well, we're the oldest nonprofit in Reno, one of the oldest. We've been around since 1964 in one name or another.
Mm-hmm. And when you think about the 1960s and discussing addiction and mental health versus today and the discussion of mental health and addiction, those two discussions are completely different in the way that society addressed addiction. We now can say addiction touches every single family because people are open.
Yes, it's no longer hidden. The stigma has been broken down. I refer to myself as a person in long-term recovery that struggles with an addiction. I don't call myself an addict or an alcoholic anymore because that stigma has been broken down. We're human beings that struggle with an issue.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to the need in our community, there really is a need for more beds and more treatment.
Yeah, we could triple in size and still have a wait list. It's epidemic level in this county.
What types of addictions does Bristlecone help people work through?
We'll work through just about any addiction. Our primary is substance use and alcohol. We also touch on gambling addiction and several others.
I appreciated what you told me before we sat down and started talking, that the act of whatever addiction you have is actually indicative of a mental health issue and coping and strategy, right?
Yes, the way we treat substance use or any kind of addiction these days is by addressing the underlying mental health, which is actually the problem. The addiction is simply a symptom of a much deeper issue.
Is there a way to train against addiction? Does that make sense? Is there a way to help people manage?
A lot of what we see in treatment has stemmed from childhood trauma. We do screenings to understand where they've come from. And some people develop resiliency as young folks, and that seems to give them a better shot later in life in battling. A lot of people will take a prescribed medication or have a drink, and they don't struggle with an addiction. Others do. And I think it's that resiliency factor that builds as a young individual that has a large determining factor on where we end up.
And then it takes a lot of strength to actually say, I am an addict and I need help.
More courage than you know.
Mm-hmm. You are now building additional beds and a detox center at Bristlecone. Go into why you are doing that.
When I took over as executive director a few years ago, I was charged with examining the continuum of care in Reno to see what was being provided and where the gaps were. And I saw detox centers closing, and my board came to me and asked why. And I said, well, they're not being run under the proper model. The people that are coming to us for detox are the underserved, underinsured, the Medicaid clients and so on and so forth. And there were not enough agencies that were tackling that issue. So we decided to take a 5,000 square foot building that was sitting on our property. It had been many different things over the years, and I decided to repurpose it as a detox center. So we are about 60% into construction. The building's all sealed up with a new roof, and now it's just time to put up walls and staff it.
Yeah.
And pushing us across that finish line has proved a little more challenging than I expected.
Sure, because grants and donations currently in jeopardy, and you need partnerships.
We do. At the first of the year, when things were changing and our provider model changed and the way the Medicaid MCOs were reimbursing for treatment and such radically changed. And a lot of our donors got cold feet. They saw that mental health was losing popularity. It wasn't being as prioritized as it was in the past, and their willingness to donate to something like this there was a little fear. And so I decided that the best plan of action would be to find a partner in the community that had the same passion for what we're doing as I do. And that makes finding a partner a little more difficult because there's lots of people out there with a lot of money that I'm sure could put up and help. But it has to be a match. It has to be somebody who really believes in what we're doing, and that limits the number of people that are willing to step up to a very small few. And we've talked to few. We're in talks with several possible partners, but reaching out like this may find somebody that has that passion and would be willing to give me a call.
Well, I certainly hope it does. We have about 10 seconds. So if anyone can donate personal hygiene products, notebooks, pens, shoes, towels, bedding, or be that partner you're looking for, where do they go online?
You can go to bristleconereno.com or you can stop by at 704 Mill Street and just bring donations in. We'd be happy to have any donations. Our clients are so grateful for anything that they receive. And if you need to reach me, you can reach me at my email, which is pott@bristleconereno.com, and I'd be happy to sit down and have a discussion.
Peter, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, Dave Henry from Silver State Heating and Air. Dave, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Thanks, Sarah.
So we're here talking about new technology in HVAC systems, and you guys are elite diamond dealers of a Mitsubishi heat pump. Now, I didn't know this, but heat pumps, a lot of people think can't be done in our region, but that's just not true.
That's correct. Mitsubishi has recently cracked the code on the technology to bring that technology to our climate in the Northern Nevada area.
I wasn't aware of how important climate is to an HVAC system. No matter if you're talking summer or if you're talking winter, our weather outside really determines the efficiency of these systems. What has the Mitsubishi heat pump done differently for our type of weather?
Well, a great place to start, I think, it would be, what is a heat pump?
Yeah.
You see, 9 out of 10 houses nowadays, they have air conditioning built in, some form of it. Usually, you know, you've got the air conditioner, the piece outside, it's got the fan on top, it's running, doing its own thing, making a bunch of noise. But that unit right there is only capable of providing cooling. So I guess the biggest difference is the heat pump is just like that. Some of them even look like that. Some of them have the fan on the side. You may have seen them like that. But they're capable of not only providing cooling, but providing both heating and cooling.
That's crazy. Are they very expensive, or does it end up paying for itself with the efficiency of your energy bill.
The cost savings can be very extreme if they're installed right and if you spec the correct equipment for the region.
And you were telling me that you guys are Elite Diamond dealers. In fact, there are heat pumps oftentimes in our region that aren't installed correctly for as cold as our climate can get in the winter. And then you come out and repair those. And you said Mitsubishi cracked the code. What is it about those particular heat pumps for how cold we get?
So there are a lot of subtle differences from a heat pump to a normal conventional AC unit. The biggest one is the ability to both heat and cool. So you no longer have the need for a furnace on the inside. Since that outdoor unit can heat and cool the space, you can get rid of things like the gas lines, the flues to vent all those the flue gases away. There's no combustion, so no carbon monoxide hazard. And they run 100% on electricity, but it's not like the old heaters of the past, like the ones you plug in and they start heating right away. Those ones, man, they really spin the utility meter. I found that out the hard way. That was one of the first lessons I learned moving out of my parents' house was, man, if you want to have any money left over after paying your bills, don't leave those things plugged in all the time. So while burning heat, or burning fuel rather, for heat, we've been doing that since the beginning of time. Furnaces do that, oil, propane, it's all the same. You're burning a fuel for heat. These actually don't create heat, they actually move heat from the indoors or outdoors to vice versa. Outdoors. So you're not creating heat, you're just moving it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much would one of these installations range? And I'm sure it depends on the square footage of a home.
Oh, that is one of the beautiful things about these. They're made to order, which they're really fun to design systems for homes as well. You can zone them out, they call it. So you can have one thermostat in every bedroom or something. It gives it a real personal comfort touch. Or you can install a ducted unit right where the existing furnace is, plug it right into the existing air handler, and go from there.
You got me with zone it out because we have thermostat wars in our house.
Yes.
I like one room just where I can go and be cozy and warm. And then my husband likes it, I don't know, like 65 degrees all the time, even in the winter. So really something like that could be determined, like I could have my nice little cozy room and then the rest of the house could make him happy.
Yeah, it is so typical, right? And I don't know, as a dad, I don't know how many times I've come home and see the air conditioner running and the windows are open and my blood starts to boil and I almost need to change the thermostat right away just because of that. So, I mean, this does satisfy that age-old war of who gets to control the climate. Just the other day, we've got this technology in all of our houses now. So we stand by it. I had my daughter's room was able to hold 71 degrees while the rest of the system is off. We got the windows open and the breeze. Everyone's happy. It is a new age for HVAC.
It sounds like a dream come true, if I'm honest. All right, so if somebody is interested in installing something like a Mitsubishi heat pump in their home, how do they find you? How do they reach out to you? What's your website? What's your phone number?
Well, if you want it done right and fair, call Silver State Heating and Air. You can reach us at 775-677-2944 or see us at silverstateheatingandair.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dave. You are watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Dr. Francesca Rinaldo. We are here at the Renown Senior Care Del Monte Clinic that you are in charge of. Dr. Rinaldo, this is absolutely an amazing facility.
Thank you so much. I think it is too, and it's tailored specifically for our Senior Care Plus members.
So let's talk about that, because what I love, my parents don't live in the area, I wish they did, but what I love about this is like a one-stop shop for anything medical for our seniors.
Yes, absolutely. So what we're trying to build is exactly that, a one-stop shop for seniors. So seniors can come here and see any of our primary care providers They can also see one of our RN care coordinators, one of our social workers, one of our community health workers. If they have other needs that need to be assessed, or if we need to connect them to other resources. We also have a lab draw station that's going to be opening here in November. So they'll be able to come for their appointments and also get any lab draws that they need. And then finally, we have our Renown pharmacy kiosk here, which means that after they check out from their appointment, they can actually pick up common prescriptions right before walking out the door.
What I love about that too is with geriatric care, our bodies are different. So you're talking about the lab draws. You know, I'm just thinking of the veins. Veins are different. And my mom's always complaining if she goes to somebody who doesn't know how to handle her veins. These are people who are going to be specialized in that geriatric care because they're doing it every day.
Exactly. So our entire clinic staff is actually specialized in geriatric care. We have primary care providers that are specialized in geriatrics, internal medicine, and they only see Senior Care Plus members. So they're actually fully focused on the needs of seniors, their health and wellness, and personalizing the care. So our appointment times are actually 40 minutes so that we can really focus on what matters to the patient, make sure we get them connected to all the appropriate resources, and make sure they actually have time to talk to their doctors about their primary concerns. Everything in the clinic is really tailored towards that.
That's fantastic. Now, this is the first of its kind in our region for Renown?
Yes, it is. So the Senior Care Plus Del Monte Clinic is actually the flagship clinic in what will become our joint venture with Kaiser. We plan to take what we're doing here and actually replicate this model across multiple clinic sites in the future over the next few years.
And as our population ages, this is so important that we have that location for our parents, our grandparents to be going to.
Yes, absolutely. We know that Reno is one of the fastest growing senior living markets in the country. And so having this personalized, tailored care for seniors is incredibly important for maintaining their health and independence and making sure we're addressing all of their health concerns. And we're really trying to build that super comprehensive model here and then replicate it across Northern Nevada.
So Dr. Ronaldo, you came specifically for this venture, for this building to our region?
So my role has been in healthcare delivery improvement, specifically around the needs of seniors. And so when I saw the opportunity to join Hometown Health and really help be one of the leaders that ushers in this new era for value-based care, continues to build on this model, I had to jump on the opportunity because it really has been a dream job for me to have all of these resources concentrated for our seniors all in one place.
And what is it about our senior population that is just why you wanted to serve them?
You know, I love being here in Reno, in this community. I'm actually a recent transplant to Northern Nevada. I've been here about 14 months. And what has really jumped out at me is the vitality and engagement of our seniors, particularly our Senior Care Plus population. We had a wonderful event about a week ago where I was able to meet and interact with a lot of them. And I think one of the things that I would like to do in my role is to help continue seniors being healthy, independent, and vibrant, and as engaged with their community as possible, and having us, the health plan, be a partner for them to enable that.
I absolutely love that. It really does answer the need of the community, this building. And we also know that you have classes here, not just, you know, yes, the healthcare providers, but you're also helping our seniors learn about stuff that they need to know about to not be a victim or to stay healthy, or estate planning. Go into that.
Absolutely. So what we're really trying to do with the Del Monte Clinic is turn it into a hub for health and wellness for the community. And that means not just having the clinical resources here and our social workers and other resources that can help provide that wraparound care, but we're bringing world-class community engagement, resources, educational programming directly into the clinic in our Del Monte Learning Center. So we have classes that are available for Senior Care Plus members around topics that are of interest to seniors for their health and wellness. So advanced care planning, estate planning, fall safety, home safety, digital literacy, how to get more involved with the community, volunteerism. We really have a huge breadth and depth of topics that we're bringing educational programming into right here at Del Monte, and you can actually find that schedule online, and you can RSVP for those events directly online.
And this is a Senior Care Plus hub. So it is open enrollment for people looking to enroll in Senior Care Plus. Where do they need to go?
Yes, so they can go online or they can talk to their Medicare insurance broker. You can fill out the application online independently, or you can have your broker help you fill that out. We also have Medicare store representatives here on site as well, so they can just walk into the clinic and sign up if they like.
All right, and the address here?
740 Del Monte Lane here in Reno, right next to the Ranchero Village.
Dr. Francesca Rinalda, thank you so much for having us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. We are a great community for families to enjoy the outdoors. Well, one family is making it their mission to be the world's largest outdoor adventure family. A mom and 7 of her 15 children are in St. Louis this week. Tracy Hinson caught up with them before canoeing down the Mississippi River.
All right, where are the rest of the PFDs?
After a few windy days, the Bettis family is finally unpacking to get back on the river.
So we're missing one. Obviously, the amount of work it takes to unload boats or load boats is not ideal. But in certain situations, like we've had the past few days where wind is so crazy and it's just not safe.
The wind let up just enough Wednesday that they could put in downstream of the chain of rocks.
They work pretty good together, and we kind of got it down to a science.
In 2023, Nikki and her 13 kids hiked the Appalachian Trail.
That journey was mostly a journey of healing for all of us because of what it took to become single in our past. So that was a lot of recovery and healing, and our focus was just to be out there as a family.
2 years later, they were ready to adventure again. A few of the older kids are staying back this time, but 7 Bettis kids are on this Mississippi River trip.
The kids were tired of walking. It's like, let's go do some paddling.
And rapid fire, let's meet them all.
I am Graham, and I am 14 years old.
Gatlin, and I'm 14. Gates, and I'm 13.
Lily, and I'm 12.
Grisham, and I'm 10.
I'm Galax, and I'm 9.
I'm Opie, and I'm 7.
Most people do the river in the summer, and it's brutal. They heat because they're going to Louisiana.
They plan to be in New Orleans by Thanksgiving.
Nikki says the goal of inspiring others motivates the Bettis family's expeditions. Too fun. Well, a reminder of some of the fun events we've got over this weekend. As Kimberly mentioned earlier, this Saturday is the biannual prescription drug take-back event. So clean out your cabinets tonight and tomorrow. There are 10 locations around the community where you can take your prescriptions to drop off and be disposed of. Ferrari Farms is hosting Spur Crazy this Saturday from 6 to 9 at night. Bring your friends, enjoy the farm, and listen to some live music. And both Saturday and Sunday this weekend, the Harvest Festival at Animal Ark. Free face painting and balloon animals, trick-or-treating around the park, and pumpkin enrichments for all the animals the whole family can watch. That's it for this edition of 2+U Nevada. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every weekday at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.